I do not have the brain power for this. So, or the energy for this. But we're doing this anyway. Whose idea was this again? Alright, mine. This is my idea. Alright, mine. Now it's an echo. Why did my microphone echo? Yeah, if you heard like a very slight echo, the microphone picked itself up for some reason. Anyway, here we are. So, as the title suggests, yes, there is an FF16 event going on. It's over here. We're just gonna do this one. I am way out of energy for this. There he is, he's lured in. So, this is FF16. I land on fire. Forgive me for my boldness, but are you art? Are you not? Are you art pouch? Or soon to be changed art lock? I just need my check to come in. I think I should be getting like a few thousand. I don't know. Then my search is at its end. Big Uncle Gentwin tasked me to find you and see you in hopes of entreating with your aid. Some manners delighted not share with me. Pray remain here, and I shall fetch him at once. Greetings, champion. Ah, it's you. It is you. It's Yoshi P. Ah, shit. As for why I've requested you, and you alone can fulfill. For I listen, for my tale begins with. Hi, friendly remember that I am an active menace in your Genshin, but specifically, I believe in simulacra or whatever it's called. The Aqua Simulacra. Leave one with me, though. Pray listen, for my tale begins with an utmost settling dream. What do you want with my algorithm? Rare bow or sword? I forget. It's a 5-star bow. The only 5-star bow that I have. Well, I have a few. But I will not toss it away. I'll probably like unequip it. I think I actually have one. Hang on. Let me make sure. Huh. I'm gonna get rid of some of the things that I don't use over a lot. Nothing. But I'm always an active menace for their random weapons. Speaking of Genshin, I'm right now saving a lot for Arlecchino and her weapon, because apparently she can't do the big damage without her weapon. Like, sure, there's alternatives, but it's like she needs her weapon. So it's kind of like, and it's like a weapon that you can't swap anyone else with. It's an Arlecchino exclusive weapon. It says the entire fan base, but they're not wrong. Suddenly, the Scarlet Star shifted its trajectory high above a burning landscape. Did its path intersect with that of a white star, their conjecture marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was struck by a spectacle. A lovely tale, but I fail to see what it has to do with me. Random ads. I do not wish to make any claims with certainty, and yet, whatever greater meaning this vision might hold, I am convinced that the blazing white star represents the warrior of light. In other words, you. And should these push indeed foretell a future event, you are thus fated to encounter the Scarlet Star, whenever they may be. I, furthermore, humbly request that you accompany me to the burning land. From my dream that I might witness the visions denounced, I will compensate you for your trouble, of course. Still sick, but here I am. Your question is, which territory in Eurozone might be considered burning, metaphorically or otherwise? The Battle of Embers. Oh. While its relation to fire cannot be denied, mine instincts tell me nay. The scene of my dream was more rich than a bowl. A giant flecker outcrop, a crystal mayhap, of course. Ow. That one actually got me. These crystals would have immense inside akin to which encompasses a burning wall. Aye, that well resembles those seen from my dream. The first mystery shall leave for Eastern Xanolin and the infamous burning wall at once. Dorito. The holy Dorito. The holy chip. Yes. Indeed, praise the holy chip. I'm gonna get it. Yes. Well, this is like my second model. I still have the other one, but this one I kind of like put together myself. Yeah. So I've never played FF16. I've been wanting to get the game, but it's like that's like the one game where I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews for, and it's like I don't know what to believe. The Burning Wall, an apt name indeed. It said these crystalline structures were formed when the falling shards of battle pierced the land etheric current. Some see them as a symbol of rebirth, a manifestation of renewed life, but that is neither here nor there. So let's have a look around, shall we? Spyglass at the ready. It's an octopus. I see a man who's literally out cold. Yeah, go to sleep. You have not slept at all. Go to sleep. Where am I? What's going on? Yee. A dream that led you to me? I understand how absurd that may sound. We ourselves are unsure of what awaited us here. As for who we are, I'm content to be known as the Mistral. This stalwart hero is our. Might we have the pleasure of knowing your name? Colab. The last thing I remember was the ruins. His model is very, very unique. My head. Where? How did I come in this place? Would seem you are not senseless. Confusion is to be expected. For safety's sake, I suggest we make for a town and have necessary physicians look over you. I shall see our patients receive proper treatment. Would you mind waiting for us at the Scholar's Walk? just noticed how big my model was. Our foundling is being cared for as we speak. I'm told he should be released soon. Hopefully, does not, but a bit of food and a little bit of bad couldn't cure. It was kind of you to wait, thank you. What are your condition? Much improved. If I saw noted no sign of injuries or illness. Yeah, his model is very, very different. I can almost see the pores on his face. I'm guessing this is like I think this is gonna be the new reskin for 7.0, I wanna say. Or they just imported his model from the base game of FF16. One way or another, still looks good. Yeah, my memories remain hazy. How did I end up here? Whatever I was doing, it was important, I'm sure of it. I must return as soon as possible. See. We cannot leave him this way. We must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of this city, Clive? Do any parts of Old Oz strike you as familiar? No. Maybe I've simply forgotten, but I recognize nothing. Not Old Oz, then. Still, I have to think that the sights and sounds of a well-known local will hasten your recovery. The burning wall, the place where you found it, is situated midway betwixt Ul'dah and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the 12th Ward is in order. Yeah, he's never gonna get his memory back if that's the case. The main city that he knows is the world of FF14. Gridania, so that rings no bell, but I have no better suggestion. Would you take me there? Meanwhile, I shall make rounds of a neighboring someone asked if any have heard of you. Let us rendezvous in Gridania unknown. This entire situation has knocked me off balance, I'm afraid. Art, was it? I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. We can set out whenever you're ready. Pain to recall. Are you ready? Now let's head out. This Gridania, the minstrel mentioned, is it far? Will we need mounts? By airship. You have those? Not that I mean to doubt, friend, but if you're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. Art, if I may ask a foolish question, do these airships of yours actually fly? A foolish question indeed. Your expression tells me as much. First time traveling by airship? Is there no airship travel where you're from? So it would seem. It's odd. I know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand its for and how to wield it. Foggy as my memory may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Yet hearing you speak of a functioning airship, I felt confusion, disbelief, for something that you clearly think as a commonplace. I can make no sense of it, where I was before now. But dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way. Archeon did not make it easy for me, but now I have to get her Lycon. Get her Lycon. I'm going to pull for. I think I have about like 50 pulls now. Give or take. Like I literally just been doing the events, opening up chests around Panicon, in the new world. I have a map where all the chests are. I have none. Genshin Drive, that's the version. Did you do everything in the new area? In the Chinju Vale? Like found everything? Also, 4.6, there's gonna be a new Fontanian map, so that'll be good. But yeah. No. So you still have 2 areas to go through. 4.6, brand new area, and Chinju Vale. I wish you luck. Granted, what I really do wish is that there was like a treasure counter of all the chests that you can find on the map that are unique in a sense, or like chests that do that, like how Thorel has it. Like I would, I would love those. Like especially chests that are locked behind like quests, and somehow it tells you which quest it's locked behind. Oh, I would love that. I would love that a lot. Am I asking too much? To feel bracing, though back from shuddering breath, your feet as you rise to the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd never I not soon forgot. So this is Grindania. It seems very unlikely the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it's best if I follow your lead. Okay. Oh, nice. This tavern reminds me of somewhere I've been before. No, it's no use. I can feel the memory, but it's like grasping at a smoke. Maybe if you were to show me somewhere else. Chocobo. Now that's something I recognize. Yet it's more than that. I had my own chocobo once, I'm sure of it. But as for when or where, or the where. Archeon works with Black Swan and Civil. I already have a team call. Nice. An impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. No, not nearly large enough. I try to remember the fog, my head almost seems to grow thicker. It is this way. Wait, so you have Archeon, Black Swan, Cyril Wolf. Who's your sustainer, preserver? This is truly a beautiful place. You've taken a liking to Gardania, then. I do. I do like what I've seen. It seems peaceful, life among the trees, only I just can't shake the strangest feeling. And it's too peaceful, and that doesn't sit right. Patrol reporting, Commander. All is quiet with the Ixal, no sighting of Garuda. For which we are profoundly grateful. At ease, soldier. Fire MC with trending of the Universal Mario. Okay. Why did he instantly just go on the attack? Like, look at him, this man. He's like, did he say Garuda? Like, he's about to just square up. You there. This Garuda you speak of. Sir, are you alright? Lieutenant, do you know this gentleman? He's under my care. What the hell happened? Memory loss, you say? I'm sorry to hear that. Though it seems Garuda's name has lit a spark of some sort. I was in a battle with Garuda. I fought her. I'm sure of it. Ow. Okay, I'm back now. I just have to drink water. Let me get a cup of water. Be right back. So, I don't think I ever told anyone this, but during my very first days of me being sick, I've had like a cup of water straight from the faucet and everything. I don't know why. I guess because I was just sick. It just tasted the best water I've ever had. Like, it was good. Anyway, please tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course. Okay. I coughed in my arm that one. Of course, Grandalia owes a debt of gratitude to anyone who stood against that destructive fiend. However, there's more studious a task than I. Our elder Seedseer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in the treatment of bodily affliction. She is surely your best hope for recovery. Also, I am very sorry if my coughing is bad or sounds horrible. I will try to mute my mic so you guys don't have to suffer from that. That Lycone can deal dots, so it works with Arcane. Bro, what Lycone? The trending of the Universal Market Lycone? Understood, Commander. Pray find me at the Nickel. Enter in Aldegrania, and I'll see that you are granted entry to the Lotus Sand. Yeah. Do you have like multiple copies for her? Like one for MC and the other for Archeon? The Lotus Stand lies just ahead. If you allow me, please. Greetings, honored guests. Commander Alex has appraised me of your friend's condition. This is he? A pleasure to meet you. I am Kanasena, Elder Seedseer Brindania. I thank you for your gracious welcome. I am Clive, though beyond that, I fear my introduction may be lacking. Please concern yourself not with properties. It is your memory loss we are here to address. I am told Garuda's name awakened some previous recollection. Yes, in that instant I heard a hazy vision of battle rose unbinded. I think perhaps I could hear more of Garuda. A wish easily granted. Garuda is a deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelled here in the 12 woods. She appears as a winged entity, half bird, half woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her cautious temper, as are predicted as a howling storm. I should add that Art has fought Garuda against Garuda in her primal incarnation. A winged woman of violent temper with power over wind, a fitting description of the opponent I remember. But a deity, no. The will behind the monster visage was distinctly mortal. I suspect Clive's Garuda and Oris's Primal are not one and the same. Mainly as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, Minstrel. I went back to where we discovered Clive and questioned Phil in all nearby settlements. Not one person recognized his description. Such distinctive tattoo escaping the notice of every rumormonger for moms around, impossible, to say the least. That led me to consider the possibility. One consistent with past accounts I've heard of visitors from other worlds somehow stumbling through reality's curtain and finding their way to our star. My brand. It's the mark of a bearer. Does it pain you to remember? I feel the memories trying to surface, but when I strain to recall, a piercing ringing fills my ears. Garuda, bearer, Ifrit. Another primal's name, but seemed the pain has less than tangible source. Long ago I studied the healing arts, and yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury or sickness. Victims of terrible events have known to suppress their own memories out of instinct. One subconscious denies attempt to confront the awful truth, the mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart. Wait, her bone is actually called Thundercore? Is that on her Lycon? Or is that Archeon's second ability? Like her talent? Or is it one of the 3 abilities that you get from the traces? That's her 3 abilities from Trace. Okay. Final Ascension abilities. That would be when she's the Harsh of Thunder, correct? Yeah. Just flip the names around. It's known as Core of Thunder. Could this be our May? I hope it is. I hope it is. But Hoyo is just amazing. Barriers of my own making. How then am I to overcome it? With our aid, of course. Fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity. So you think me from another world? And my memories, because I did more research. Apparently, GGZ is Dr. Mai from the previous era. That makes sense. That makes sense. So if GGZ Mai is Dr. Mai from, then that means we already know she's dead, in a sense. Dr. Mai, I think she died? Because I want to say she did. Because we definitely know that's not the Ryan show. Like, definitely know that. Like, it's too obvious. But I definitely do want to agree. But Fuho might also be alive. How? Memories are sad. Well, not to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth. A truth my mind refuses to remember. This a confounding dilemma, I agree, and I have given thought to a solution. So, sentience might make sentience might make a comeback in the future. Isn't because sentience is not full. Is not full. I think. Yeah, no. Sentience is a fan favorite, and I love her. She's great. It is a full battle suit, but I don't think it's full. I think it's supposed to be like someone else, like one of her clones. Let me see. I think I read this. Let me edit. I think it was supposed to be like one of the clones, like one of those. I think it was supposed to be red. It is Fuha, but I think it's supposed to be red specifically. Like, you know which one I'm talking about. Because I literally forgot how Fuha became Harsher sentience, or it was one of her clones. I honestly forgot. I leave the shackle that would bind your mind may be yet struck off in the heat of battle. A dramatic measure, perhaps, especially when you're not at your best. Which is why I'm turning you. You are the twin. You are the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I seek is thick with thorns, but if you've the will to walk it, then grind yourself to war and await me at the Uphill Falls. Then Burnham. Mitchell has the plan. It seems that he shares little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. We're to meet him at the Uphill Falls, right? And that is where is to be found. Good. Not too far then. Let's get on with it. I think the last time I did the FF15 event as as a warrior. No, I did it as a Dark Knight, as a Cloud Strife cosplay. So in this case, I'm not gonna do Cloud Strife again, but I'm gonna take out a gun. Either a gun or a fabulous red mage. What? Press. We'll do press B. We'll do press of B for a gun. Literally, press B for a gun. But yeah, no, I'm guessing like a lot of people were happy when Sentience became like a free character that one time. I was so happy to get Sentience because, granted, I wish I could have gotten her weapon as well, but it's fine. This place, why here? Yes, this waterfall is where the legendary Arcana and Luishwa gathered a band of adventurers in the time of the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Their purpose, to extinguish the infernal Ifrit. Ifrit? I know something is there. Why can't I remember it? Clive recalls several words in the Elder Seer's presence, words which brought him pain. While the significance of bear eludes me, you and I are more than familiar with Ifrit. Considering a reaction to the mere mention of the name, it's likely that the primal, its equivalent in your world, is deeply connected to your condition. Thus, have I resolved to weave my lyrical magics and bring you face to face with the Ifrit of our world. Rain. Here, where Arcana shall pave an ethereal path to the primal lair, will my word be given substance, and given the vision which takes form, will you do battle with the phantom of our mind's creation. Imaginary though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be all too real, yet you must perceive, for your hidden truths will not be unearthed without hardship. Take hearts, Scarlet Star, and upon the strength of your shining twin, your past awaits. Oh, we're level thinking level 50, oh no. Where has he sent us? You stand in the bowl of embers, the site where the Amajas summoned their patron deity, and the stage upon the Warrior of Light became a slayer of gods. 'Tis but a convincing illusion, the body of a recounted tale given birth by At this full verse. Come forth, Lord of the Inferno. Inaccurate, fast smile, yet quite the Ifrit you know. No, not quite the same. And how about now? Jesus Christ. Ready when you are. Together then. Ifrit. That's the thing you killed. That's the thing which killed Joshua, yes. I've been on its trail seeking vengeance for my brother. This fiend must pay. Fight with me or... Fight with me, Art. Yeah, of course. Of course. During this battle, you'll gain access to a special duty action as follows. Using a rising flame to charge the foe and inflict high damage. Alright. With the proper timing, you can use a dodge to avoid taking damage. Even if you're within it. Certain attacks will receive a countdown icon, which countdown causes a dodge icon. Quickly use the dodge action. After executing a successful dodge, the dodge action will change to precision strike, which provides an opportunity to inflict additional damage. Alright. Okay. I literally shot that with a gun. Going with. You want to fight? Up first. Nice. On your guard, he means to unleash hell. And blamed another to spare myself to quit. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left over me. But I accept the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am. And the battle against your mind would see you emerge the victor. Intriguing. Ow. It's a doggo! The illusion has unraveled, and yet you brought a friend back with you. This is Toro, a wolf pup raised in the Duer. There is no more loyalty ally in battle. I know keener guide than the road. That head is uncertain. That will explain the aberration in the lingering ether. Torgal is here to lead you back to your world. Clive has embraced his own harrowing past, and in doing so, reclaimed the memories he lost. Though not a conscious act, He has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion. Even so, it was difficult to accept what I had done. My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of the Phoenix Flames, he was destined to become Archduke, as our father had before him, but Joshua was murdered. His bright future cut short. From that day onward, I lived for the purpose alone. A dominant of fire had slain my brother, and I would have my revenge. I spent years tracking the killer until one day I came to understand it had been me all along. I was young and distraught. When I first summoned Ifrit, I hadn't known such a power lurking within me, or that it could even exist at all. The transformation was instinctive, uncontrolled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died. I can imagine the anguish this caused you. There was anguish, yes, and a guilt I will never escape, but I cannot let it stop me. I was born the vessel for Ifrit's power, and I need to know why. I was in a search for the answers when I came to the Phoenix Gate and delved into the ruins below. There, I found the courage to face my past and accept the truth. And then everything faded to black. Your tale suggests something in the ruins. Some mysterious force responsible for your inadvertent journey. And if you arrived in New York from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason. Yes? What are you thinking? I'm thinking that to see you home, then we must return to the beginning. Our roads take us back to the burning wall. Once there, the fairy comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go. We've come this far, now Torgal will be our god. That was the purpose of his creation, after all. Please, Torgal, take me home. Bark. When you choose to bark, 5 and Along will still accompany you, and Torgal will begin leading onward. Follow Torgal to his destination, and try not to fall behind. If you leave Clive or the mission for any reason, all this at Torgal, you may try again and return to the start point. Ready? Yes. Red mage main? Yeah. I I mainly am a healer main. So like white mage, scholar, sage. Like that's my main role that I go for. Which healer's my favorite? Uh, I'm biased towards white mage because that was like my very first class. But I want to say sage. Sage or scholar. But my answer will always be white mage. The logical answer is either sage or scholar. My biased answer is white mage. Scholar's a tough one, because again, it's a hard one. I will agree with you on that. Because it has like a very specific rotation that you have to follow. And if you kind of ow, I went down the wrong way. And if you kind of veer off the course for that one, off the rotation, you're kind of lost. Because there is a trick for you to always get those big shields as scholar. And it's like as if like you're playing an orchestra on your keyboard. It's fun. But I can definitely say that I do like red mage because it's a mixture of white mage. So yay. I do like mechanist because yay. Trying to think who would I like for melee. I want to say Reaper. Maybe Reaper, yeah. And for tank, I use Dragoon as DPS. Nice, nice. I heard Dragoon is gonna. There's a lot of theories for Dragoon that it's going to be reworked, as well as Astro, and something else. I forgot what was the last one. No, I think it's just Dragoon and Astro. Yeah. Astro getting reworked again for a third time. It's like a patch. It's not a patch without an Astro rework. Tale ends where it begins. As for my tank, I would say Paladin or Dark Knight. Yeah. Where you first found me. Indeed. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as a junction between our two worlds, but now I think I understand. You do? Some years ago, Eorzea was visited by a cataclysmic disaster known as the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Yet, even as fire and ruin threatened all we held dear, the world underwent a mystical renewal. 'Twas as if the star was reborn. Normally I like tanks in games, but in MMOs, I don't want to get the leadership. No, I think the leadership responsibility is the healer. I'm keeping you alive. Basically. Yeah, but tanks set the pace in a way. You wait them to do stuff. At least that was my experience. Yeah, it depends. Because whenever I do dark tank, like Dark Knight. It depends on if it's a raid, like an alliance raid, or a normal raid, alliance raid, or trial. It honestly depends, because being a tank in one of those three scenarios kind of differentiates from a tank in a dungeon. Because if you're tank the dungeon and the healer in the dungeon in your dungeon party says slow down, tank, then you gotta slow down. Because at the end of the day, in the dungeon party, the healer is the one that's basically keeping you alive, and if they can't keep up with you, then all goes to hell. In the raids, you mainly want to have solo 16 max. I'm not experienced in a big boy stuff like raids. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it soon. One theory attributes a miracle to a balloon entity claiming that the undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hour of direst need. I read that wrong. One theory attributes the miracle to a malevolent entity, claiming that undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hour of direst need. There we go. The phoenix. The burning wall itself is a scar left by those events, the crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths of solidified flame to be proof of the phoenix's deliverance. The bond with your brother, the phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place and ours. Drawn to the flame, seems our time together is at an end. Thank you both for all you've done. Press on, friend, no matter how daunting a hardship or bitter truth. Always, no matter what fate awaits at journey's end. Come, Torval. We have answers to seek, and Galicia awaits. And he was gone. I feel the strings of a ballad. But nay, 'twill be hubris to imagine I could capture Clyde's story from so fleeting an excerpt. That honor belongs to someone else. Someone foolish to see his tale to its conclusion. Sadly, the power here in other world was not granted by me, by this day's miracles. I wonder, however, if you might manage it, Art. Can we? Can we? Please? No, that's never gonna happen. Our little adventure is over. Set in motion as it was by a dream most cryptic. I must thank you for indulging my sudden and strange request. As promised, as your promised reward, I hope this is sufficient. Virgo provides such a trustworthy guide that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning whistle. You did what? May his loyal spirit serve you well on your travels. Until we meet again. Okay. Complete. MGP for our special advice. The gold saucer at these gold saucer attendant at the gold saucer. Follow the flame. Why do I have so much fish? I can't desynthesize this, I just gotta toss it. Sadly. Nothing... Oh, hold on, it's not one. Oh, I know exactly what I was doing with that one, bros. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Eat. I think I bought that one. No, I didn't. There you go. I really hope that they one day just expand the inventory just a little bit more, please. Like, just like another 100 slots, please. The event's done. So, now we're gonna do Endwalker. If you don't like spoilers, I suggest you leave. Because we're doing Endwalker, and I don't want to spoil the game for you. So, if you don't like spoilers, and you want to play the game for yourself, go enjoy the game. Play Endwalker at your own pace. As for me, I'm at Endwalker. This is literally a long time coming. Purpose Ishgard. I'm going to play Endwalker. Right now I'm just going to go to the Foundation and put some stuff into the chest. Why Foundation specifically? Because I like Foundation. I like Ishgard. I guess I make sure I'm always set to this place. I'm done. There. But yeah, Okay. Right, I was gonna do Leatherworker. Yeah. And if I want to desynthesize, I just have to get culinary to the basically max level, which, eh. Consider, but yeah, no. Take, we're in Mardona, so before I continue, if you don't like any spoilers regarding Endwalker, and you're not caught up, please view with caution, as I'm going to play the entire Endwalker on this stream, and the entire post Endwalker on this stream. Not all in one day. Are you mad? But I will be playing. So if you don't want to watch that, and you want to enjoy Endwalker at your own pace, and not be spoiled, then I understand. Thank you for the views. If you like, you can give me a follow, and I'll play games that isn't Endwalker related for you next time. But for right now, we're here to play Endwalker. So, with all the people that's left, and with all the people that has left now, everybody that's remaining, I'm guessing that you either don't care, you don't have the game, and you just want to watch me play, or that you just don't care for spoilers. Well, with that being said, let's continue. So where we left off for Shadowbringer, like the very last bit of Shadowbringer, I saw the physical manifestation of Hydaelyn. And I'm just like, excuse me? What? What? Also, I really, really hate Alphinaud's and Alize's death. I really hate them. I really hate it. Hate them. And that whole council. Unless there's like one or two good people on there, just like, no. I just don't understand. Whatever it is my brother and the forum, not the council, the forum, are hiding, I'm determined to get to the bottom. Those who brought with close proximity to the towers are tempered to Siren Garlemon, then forced to summon lunar primals with ether drawn from the land. After understanding this, we are yet to uncover with the Telefori, which wish to achieve by all this. Are the towers purely the strategic advantage, or do they serve some other purpose? Not only do members of the Forum intend to adhere to the long-standing policy of non-intervention, they made a point of sending Master Farajant here to explicitly state that fact, rather than simply refusing to involve themselves in our affairs. It would appear they are actively trying to prevent us from meddling in theirs. That does, of course, make Carl's mission of securing our entry into Charlene nigh on impossible. I'm confident that she'll find a way regardless. After the end of Dragon's Song, I spent many moons roaming Gane, Raihatan, even Garland, but never Charlene. In all honesty, a nation populated entirely by bookish types like Alphino is not a place that appeals to me. Much and more have we discussed of the Telephory's machination since Thank and I did return from Garlemald. Rarely their troops doth appear to have been tempered in much the same manner as those engaged in the construction of towering edifices in the capital. An Ironbolt tried to free the Almaj held in the tower. It triggered some sort of arium, and the captives were killed instantly. As such, we have no choice but to leave them in the clutches of the Telephory until the means of rescuing them has been found. In the meantime, the summonings of the Lunar Primals will continue, just as we must rely on the Grand Order of Eorzea, Grand Company of Eorzea, to put down such entities and prevent any further abductions. So too do they rely on us to come through with our investigation. I have a feeling their journey to Charlene is going to be quite the test of your nerves. In more ways than one, you'll miss this place while you're away. I just know it. But for now, the best thing you can do is get plenty of rest while we wait to hear from Carl. Since I will be doing... Love that. Let's see. I'm going to be doing this as Paladin. I'll do this time. Yeah. Because I didn't get Yua. So I'll do it as White Mage. And in the background, I'll get Sage up. Beckonus. And Summoner. Of course, and of course Reaper. So, let's go and do this as a Paladin first. Yep. So when Paladin levels up, we then swap the next, which will be Light Mage. No. It'll be 81, so we'll go to Mechanist. And then when that levels up, we'll go to Summoner, and when that levels up, Reaper, and then we just keep rotating until we're locked out, and at that point, we just do some duties, keep it going, and then, yeah. Same as last time. That is not a lot of XP. Alright. Do you have some time to talk? I'd like to gather everyone in the Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Let's take a stock of the fact, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of an ominous tower in a magnitude of locations throughout the world. Ever since we learned that such structures were brought into by being the organizations known as the Telephory stated purpose is to recreate the final days of Aeon's past. Actually, hold up. I don't think I've watched the Endwalker trailer with you guys. Let me see if I can pull it up. So, it's only like 6 minutes. Fine. It's very quick, and we're just gonna watch this.
Its land rent by tooth and claw. Are you all right?
I can look after myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rubbish. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate.
Yeah.
The hour is come, Vritra. It's all or nothing.
heroes deign to play their part.
You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh. Secrets to tell. Take care, my friend.
So, Charlian would keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight. Until the heavens fall. Until our last breath.
Of fate. Green blades, dark and light. Tolling the coming of the end.
Yes, we're going to the moon. Which is legendary by This is the most latest trailer ever. And it's the last expansion before the most recent one, which is Dawn Trail. Once Dawn Trail hits, that'll be the latest. Since I climbed so far, and I got to Endwalker, I have now, like, until July to complete all of Endwalker and to do Dawn Trail. So, yeah. Say his purpose is to create them. So, with all of that being said, there's a trailer. There's all that. There's the trailer. So yeah. Here we go. Developers say the purpose is to create the final days of Aeon's past. An apocalyptic event that would result in destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Talon's innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their fate preserved for the primal summonings. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close to rescue anyone. Though shielded with the blessing of light, may be able to resist being tempered at least. But after what happened to Arenvold and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet, while these threats close to home are paramount concern, we must not lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telephory are under the leadership of Fandaniel, and one other delightful fellow, Zenos by Galvus, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To its date, he reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Vars, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while now, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession. But that has changed and in troubling ways. During the reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence, which did the blanket that ruined the city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with an aerial word spoken, they labored to transform the palace into a soaring effigy born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it would seem safe to assume that these events, too, are orchestrated by the Telephory. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it's only prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter these threats, and quickly before our allies are overwhelmed. We'll find a way in, Charlian, I'm sure of it. Sir, Fortunats, comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The Forum knows more than it's letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We just received word from Mrs. Carl. Let me raise the volume for you guys. She says that arrangement for your visit has been finalized. You're to head to the limits and board the next ship bound for Charlian. And on arrival, present yourself as associates of the students of Palestine, come to assist with the Order's restoration. The arrangement may be settled, but what are your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. Are we eager to see it, of course? Of course. We should set off at once. And I'll accompany you. They're dogs. You know, there's one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. That's a different... That's... Ow. That's a different jingle. Okay. We're back. think that should alleviate my coughing for a little bit. Just a little. There we go. Never mind. I like myself. I never thought the day would come when I'd be sailing home again. It always seems so far away. Sea travel can be tenuous, but I don't mind it. It's a rare experience for most Ishgardians. Hang on, what's that over here? Oh, yeah. It's ocean fishing. Okay. For a second, I forgot. I shudder to think what manner of truth awakens us beyond the indigo deep. Still, more do I dread the prospect of decisions long overdue. Contrary to what you think, this will be like going home for me as well. I may have learned how to survive in Limsa, but in Trallian, where I was taught, quite relentlessly, I might add, the skills to properly live. I might have lived in Max Matoya's cave for a good part of my life, but even for me, the thought of returning to Charlotte is quite exciting. I can hardly imagine how it is for others who lived most of their lives there. Part of me looked forward to returning home. I never forgotten that my father stripped us of privilege of our family name, and I hope it doesn't cause trouble with the officials upon arrival. What a grim reason to bring you to Charlene. Not much to be done about it, I suppose, but I could have liked to give you a grand tour under happier circumstances. Everyone's here, which is good because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlene should be pulling the port soon, so please allow me to have all of your luggage close at hand. Well said. Is it voiced? Please be voiced. Please be voiced.
They've almost finished loading
Okay.
the cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Hmm.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
I promise I'll bring them back safe and sound. No sense worrying about things where powerless to change.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
I love Hori.
Set the sail! All aboard for Charlian!
It's time.
Yeah.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
We're always careful. No, you're not. Don't tell him that.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
In the world we go.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Here. Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
That's who I was talking about.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
I can trust your words no longer. Why now, Heidelin?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Heidelin has always been, a primal.
A primal. Yeah.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Heidelin is indeed a mom. What a warrior of light.
Oh, what a fine morning.
Oh yeah, and I'm literally just eating a cracker. I need my soul.
Good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Endwalker. Alright, roll credits. We're done here. Okay.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hopefully.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
No, me. I'm the warrior of light.
As a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
I was not paying attention, but basically it's just don't mention anything about the Scions.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
Really? Why is it out? Just let us hear the names.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
So the personal struggles will
These
not
last two are not
deny them
Charlian
entry.
natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Oh no. I can't mention ARs yet. I can't. I want to. I want to so badly, but I can't. Because I am an artisan. Venture by trade. Just hear what they have to say. I'm gonna laugh if it's something stupid. Art Lock, champion of Eorzea.
And it is a title well earned, I can assure you.
Oh, he gets enthusiastic by it.
An adventurer by trade is what your documentation indicates. No mention of this particular title. Self-appointed, I take it? Either way, your employer seems willing to vouch for your character, so I shall, albeit reluctantly, grant you entry. Champion.
I get that title, champion, yay.
And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Don't mention the science. He doesn't know. Wanderer. You're literally just a wanderer.
If you'll allow me... My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
She doesn't get paid enough for this.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Before I continue that, I'm going to unlock everything now. Here. Going this way. That's it. Next one. That would be... I just had a really funny idea. What would happen if one day there was like an event that you can actually get like an Archon tattoo? And like dialogues would change depending on like what study you took. Like that would be actually a very interesting event. Granted, it would be like a very long-winded event, but that'd be just interesting. That'd just be fun. And the best way to do it is like because there is an actual thing where you can get in real life, you can actually get your like something equivalent to like an associate or a bachelor just by doing like 1 year worth of study. Where the fuck is this one? Is it up? Yeah, it's up. It's like doing like 1 or 2 years worth of study. And then if you wanted to, you can go back into school and then get your like master's or your doctorates, depending on how much credit you've had and how much credit that study that you did is worth. So at most, if you did the very quick way, you can like get your master's and doctors like within 4 years. Maybe 5, 6. Give or take. I just got access to the Lear estate. Great. And plus, like, if we could get like the Archon, it would just be interesting because we get to see like all the types of sites that there are. I only know like 1 or 2 of them, and that's mainly like etherology. Yeah, I think that's the. Actually, I think I only just know the one. Of course, Blue Cat. Yo, check names. Ha! Ha! Alright. Alright, I gave you that one. But it's about the ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and stickers for detail in any case. You may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. No! Okay. I thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Art and Senior's first time in Charlotte. And for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you have a vision and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda to see that you all have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you settled in, we can rendezvous at the Ballaston Annex. How does that sound? That's a fine suggestion. We may not be welcomed at the Livier estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood like the same. All the same. I'm equally untethered, as it were. There's no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of old hunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetherite Plaza, was it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there then. I too have places I wish to remind, but in not visiting forthwith by thy leave. What are you, Simeon? My services as a guide are yours? What are you asking? Don't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. But I could... oh. Well, haha. Like to join us then? Been gone for quite a while, and this would be a perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course. If you'll have me. Come, Mark. Charlene awaits. I really am very hyped for Star Rail, especially that ending. Just left with a cliffhanger. I was dying when the reveal appeared. Literally. After you, my friend. I'm more than confident to follow your lead. Alright, is now coming in. Yep. 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 Got it. All set. I know. I know she was Sam. The thing is, this is basically Star Rail. Not change. I don't think yeah, this is Star Rail going with the theories. And there was a theory, and it was right. Yes, because I don't know why. Call it a hunch or a suspicion. But when it comes to Genshin and its theories, I feel like if you theorize something that's very too close to the script that they've written for the story, they'll change it. I don't know. That's just like I feel like that's what's in my mind right now. As for Star Rail, they saw the theory, they were like, you know what, I'll do you one better. Let's have this epic reveal and show you that your theory is right. Like, huh? Because here's also the thing. There's also another theory, and has yet to be proven, that Sam's name is not an actual name. It's just an anagram. What it means is Swarm Annihilation Machine. The theory are more better than Genshin story itself. Yeah, no, you're right. Because Genshin has too many writers writing one, has one writer write one per nation, has too many writers. And sometimes they change writers in the middle of the nation. That's why we had Inazuma, which was a complete mess. Let's be honest about that. At the end of the Archon story, we didn't even finish the whole Vision Hunt decree. Because of the head writer gonna kill Himiko, but the head producer stopped him, LMAO. Ha! Ha! Nah, if Himiko was dying, it better be for a good reason, and I better see wealth going full all out. Like, he just lost another Himiko. Like, I better see his second battle suit. I better see that man just go full on Harsher of Reason and using the Star of Eden. First off, assumingly enough, Sands Cafe on the west side. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's where you want to go, but this is for a life. Now that's a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Thalic. As a student of Alison, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Bal, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I would return by ship in the city. Because Himiko was a student, right? I think so. Either Welt? No. No. Other way around. Had to be. Let me double check. No, wait. Okay. So, Welt is a father figure towards Himiko, but that's like one way to interpret it. Because Welt was a mentor towards Himiko in the Honkai the Third impact, like Honkai the Third. Yeah, this is basically canon. This is more explained upon in the manga. Nice. I wish I was permanent though. Anyway, this path leading towards the sea is known as the Thalic Stone, the name for the statue which stands at the end. As you know, the Charlian people prize the combination of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thalic was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatization than belief, and elemental principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not restrictive as that of the Ishgardians. Individual Charlians can and do worship deities of their choosing. The Dap statue over there. If only those Kuros Ow. And here we are, the last stand. I mentioned it before, but although our research into nutrition and food preservation is quite extensive, the average Charlian tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is it's bland. And encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was one people at the stadium, however, who could stomach the school's inspective meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all of his saving into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedication outpost of fine dining in Charlotte. The one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an institute of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall there being a burger hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Charlian when it comes to cheap and convenient, huh? But surely Totaro has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop when in time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us to the third plaza. A student literally said, "Hell no, this food sucks. I'm going to build an entire culinary." Like, damn. There's something stuck in my throat, and I'm trying to get it out. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, it's perfectly functioning ether. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being delicate art tour guide I am, I should make mention of the confluence and research facility located at the very plaza. Its much ventured discoveries are the reason Charlian stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deserving the underlying principle of Charlian's etherite, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to the next destination. Our paths northeast to the Argo of Charlian's largest market. Speaking of ether these teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tend to rely on a far cheaper ferry service. I was pleasantly surprised when Mr. Jotaro informed me the Scions are reimbursing for the transportation costs as per our duties. But I find one old habit hard to break. That, and I do not bother filling out the necessary paper. That, and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. God damn it. That's the entrance of the confluence. I have no doubt their experience will provide useful at some point, so I suggest you remember where we are. Do you mind if I browse this shelter one? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment. How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like. But we won't wait around for you. Perhaps I'll return later then. These little open-air bookstalls are so unique and shining, and I've always thought them a common sight until I visit other nations. Also, once again, very sorry for the coughing. I am literally trying to get rid of this. Welcome to Argo, where you have found wares made in Charlene as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes with various research institutes, but I think the practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Otherwise, I think of no better place to stock up for the next big adventure. Am I overselling it? Ahem. On a more serious note, next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our purpose here. We must head back to the Ether Plaza and follow the north, then climb the stairs to the imposing building at the very top. These little decorative features are typical of Shaolin architecture, aside from researching Wing, our headquarters on the side of Val, rather than simple and rustic comprehension. This is an infirm, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Charlene, water represents more than life-sustained liquid. It is a reminder of the Great Flood, predetermined the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of knowledge which flows through Thalic's divine ear. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city and a prosperity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Okay. This grand structure before you is the Rostra, and refers to your original public platform erection here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orientation and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into the council chambers, the nature of the forum and duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here on, one can see the entire city spread out below. The Vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Charlia. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into town, community, and the Crystarium, and can also see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories would be treasured. For now, however, this war must go on, and our spectacle of sightseeing concludes. With the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. We arrive at Journey's End. History tells us this was where those put ashore from the Archons built their first homes. In present day, it serves as a residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Charlian families. You'll see the mansion is clearly larger than its neighbor. The estate belongs to our friends and the House Livier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance from the time being. And with that, our little Shining Tour comes to a close. I hope it was proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Shall we head directly to the baths? Remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge, to the right, and follow the path to the other plaza. Great. After you, Art. I love the architecture of Charlian. I do. There it is. The judge looked at Raha's face. As undoubtedly informed you, this is the Belgian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doors of the Phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you then. Please, just give me voiced cutscenes. I'm back and I brought Art and Raha with me. You're right about the ship then. Hello, Raha. Nice to meet you again. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Art. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika? Ojika, it's been an age. I'm going to introduce Ojika Tsunjika. Administration for students about an overseer the day-to-day business of the annex. We recall me and my cousin Ichika. Oh yeah. Ah yes, Eureka. I've read the initial report. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as the main headquarters, of course, but we'd often occasionally come to visit Charlie. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores, the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engage in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operation. And yet, feels so empty, with so many lost to us. Our organization just shell of its former self. Okay. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first, we must ensure the tunnel for a fall. Through the door on the left, there is the main hall, where we can discuss our option moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is, you should probably have time to rest before the discussion begins in earnest. I've had private cars prepared for you in the Anon, so please feel free to make yourselves at home. Oh, the nap room's perfect for the afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more so than the cheap roadside inn. Roadside inn, you may be assured. This was simply that we were so busy with research or exhausted from our journeys abroad that we should slip into Adrun just to steal a few weeks. And thus they became among the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might as well into the following morning. Say the word and I'll happily show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait you all in the main hall. Oh, main hall. Okay. Then reverse check. Professional arts, our college should be wandering in soon, so I suggest you stay here and wait for them. Please just make it voice cutscene, please.
Pray forgive me.
Oh, thank God.
I was delayed.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
That's my voice at the end of all this.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Charlian, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Charlian focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for
Alright.
our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Charlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Charlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Lovely.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Charlian. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking. Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair.
The four dads.
Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
And I'm running both of them. Okay. So, for right now, I'm going to end the stream because otherwise I'll be coughing a lot more, and I don't want to do it to you guys. So for now, cheers, and I'm very sorry for coughing a lot. I will do my best to make sure that it recovers well enough. And yeah, tomorrow, once I get the final login, I'm gonna pull for Archeon. Acheron. Hopefully I get lucky. Hopefully. Anyway, cheers.